Hi everyone, I'm back with another video. This time I wanted to do something that was more related to character design, like I used to do. So I figured I could use I had this little book. It's like a Japanese English bilingual dictionary thingy, and it's filled with like pictures. So I thought it could be fun if I picked two random pictures from this little book and try to create either like a character or a creature out of it. Just for fun. I just want to take it easy this week. So let's start by getting two random words, right? I'm gonna close my eyes and just point at two different pages, I guess. So yeah. Oh, we have food, but I guess peppers in this case. So the first word is gonna be peppers. And the second word is going to be landscape. I'm guessing like in this case I was pointing towards like river, rapids, rock, around this. Okay, so like a pepper, but like river, rocks, character. Oh, that could be interesting. Sure, I'll give this a try. Why not? Let's have fun. I'm kind of relieved to be back to character designs. I love designing characters and creatures, so this feels more like a cozy, relaxing video. Feel free to join me in designing a character or creature based on those words, by the way. So my random picks were peppers and waterfall. Kind of a tricky one, but thankfully I kind of got an idea right away. You'll see me do sketches using blue pencils. For some reason, I grew fond of the blue pencils lately. I usually use three different hues of blue, from the lightest to darkest. I really should try other colors too, maybe yellow and greens or pink and reds. Anyways, back to the creature. I started with wanting to do a dragon-like creature, but as I drew the first sketch, the idea of a waterfall tail reminded me more of an hound. So by the second sketch, I moved closer to a hound anatomy. I wanted to keep the pepper as a mask shape around the head, have the pepper stem as their horns or ears maybe, have some rocks covering their back till the point where the tail turns into a waterfall. But another point I ended up adding that I liked were the thin legs, which are also based on the pepper stem. Did you know the pepper stem is called peticil? I had to Google pepper's anatomy and found that out. On the sketch at the bottom, I drew the creature from the side to take into consideration how interesting the silhouette is and see the details better when the creature is in a neutral pose. The last sketch on the right, well, I didn't like it. You'll see what I mean soon. The tail hides too much of the features I mentioned I liked, like the legs or the stones in the back. This pose shows mostly the tail, which is not the most interesting part of the design in my opinion. Since, well, it's just water. but figuring this out is the reason why we do sketches in the first place. Alright, so I did another sketch of like the creature sitting with like their tail in front of them, but I kind of don't like this pose. I don't like that I don't see the legs enough, and I feel like the legs are a good part of the design. So I'll try to figure out another pose before I do the colored version of the creature. I want something that I can see the legs, I can see the face, and I can see maybe a tiny bit of the back at least, because I think those are like the parts of the design that are going to be the most interesting. The tail is cool, but it's kind of like, well, it's a waterfall, right? So I would like to see like more of the actual paper parts and like the stone part of the character if I can figure something out. So yeah, next step would be coloring. I'll try to figure out a good pose for the coloring. So I went ahead and I sketched a better pose, I think, for the final colored version of the creature. There it is. So now I have a front-facing pose. I can see the legs. I can see like a bit of the back. And the tail is moving into a waterfall. With like maybe the moon in the background. I like this version better. So I'll color this version using watercolors. After working on the final sketch of camera, I started painting the final piece with watercolors. I used the Winsor&Newton watercolors. I believe it's the Cotman ones, so the student grades. I'm not a professional, nor am I planning on selling this piece, so that's fine. I wanted to draw the creature close to the waterfall element, so I made them stand on top of a cliff with the moon behind them. Their tail flowing down behind, since I wanted to see the legs design. I'm still really not that great at painting rocks and cliffs. I should definitely study them. Well, I should study painting flowy water too. My lack of technique for those really made this piece particularly difficult to render with watercolors. Potentially an idea for a study view. Overall, I was imagining this creature being some kind of guardian. Maybe a guardian of the fields and crops? Or maybe there are many of them, like a pack of harvest guardians. I do wish I had figured out a bit more idea for the pepper parts, though. I limited myself to bell peppers. I could have reached for other peppers as well. Alright, so I'm recording this a couple days later. So here's what we have for our final pepper waterfall creature. I mean, I don't hate the result, but some days I wish that I had a better painting skill. I mean, they still look cool. I still like the design. I would tweak it a bit. Maybe if I were to do it like a digital version of it, you know, I would like tweak some stuff here and there. Maybe add more details, which I feel is kind of hard to do on like a small piece of art. But from the sketch to the final, yeah. Yep, let me recenter. Yeah, I think we have a pretty cool design for the mix of peppers and waterfall. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have designed also a creature based on those words, right? Feel free to basically share with me on maybe Bluesky if you want to tag me on on Bluesky so I can see what you created if you did. If not, well, I'll see you on the next video, everyone. You take care. Also, special thank you to my coffee members, Contradmiral, Marcus Fell, and Zazar. Truly appreciate you guys. If you want to join my membership, please message me about it. I've recently sadly got spammed by fake membership bots on Coffee, so I have my membership closed, but if you message me and ask to join, I'll open a spot for you. So thank you all for joining today, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye bye. Bye bye.